Hey, I'm Pascal from Orangepixel, and if you're a regular viewer and thinking this is a weird angle, that's because I'm standing at my desk right now. I have a lot of energy today, so I figured I'm going to record this video now. Even though last week's video that you hopefully watched last week hasn't even gone live yet. It's now Thursday, 1 a.m. and 1 p.m. Sorry, I would have been very weird if I was. It's 1 p.m. on Thursday and the video goes live at 4 p.m. So I'm a little bit early, but that's just because I have a lot of energy today. So let's do this video. I got a couple of things to talk about. First thing is Residual console. We are making some progress. Currently again at lot check with Nintendo. I'm not sure if it's gonna pass. I really hope so. We did everything we could and we tried and tested everything. So I hope it passes lot check on Friday, maybe Saturday, hopefully. We'll see. But also more news on the Xbox version and everything. I'm also got some cool new stuff to show you for the new Squad game. I could have shown this last week, but then I had that almost nervous breakdown, well, or at least very high stress levels. So I'm going to show you some stuff I've been working on. And I'm going to talk about Pedey, the Discord bot. He's gotten a little upgrade this last week, and let's talk about those things after the intro. Okay, so first let's talk about Residual. The Switch version, like I just mentioned, it's now again at lot check. We had some issues with the save game and I think we fixed and solved it. Well, and we is in this case a Serious Lion on the Discord and me, but mostly him. I just test everything and tell him it's either working or not. Think we have it fixed. We'll, fingers crossed, by the time this video goes live, we'll know. Right now I have no idea and I'm trying not to think about it too much because I have no control over it. But that's the up and down I have currently. There's a lot of stuff I'm waiting for other people, a lot of stuff that other people are doing for this game and I have no control over those things and I can only wait. And sometimes I'm fine with that and I'll focus on other stuff. Other times I'm just very stressed and not fine with it because I have a lot of time that I could spend on it, but it's not my thing, it's not my job, it's somebody else's job to do it. So that's kind of frustrating. I'm just glad I have nobody working for me because I think I would be a very bad boss. I would probably do all the tasks myself instead of waiting for somebody else to do them. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, we also are now testing the Xbox version. I unlocked my first achievements, which was the biggest thing that we still had to figure out. Switch doesn't have achievements, so we had to test that on the Xbox and eventually on the PlayStation. They are working. There are a couple of things we had a very weird bug in there. Residual has a bunch of planets and solar systems and they have names. The solar system names are all random and they were different from the PC version. That's possible, different code base, but the Xbox version was also different from the Switch version, which was crazy and we had no idea why until just now Serious Lion figured it out, that the Xbox, the compiler used there, Microsoft I guess. Alright, I put it on the screen. This line somewhere here now, there are two get random calls in there and what get random does is pretty simple. It takes the number you enter and it will create a random number from 0 to that one and it returns it. The problem with this statement and the difference between Xbox and Switch and PC and whatever is that the Xbox Microsoft compiler doesn't read it from left to right. It decides to first do the last one and then the first one. Now the problem here is that if you mix those two up, the second value will be the same value as the first on another platform and literally they get reversed and that changes very tiny little details. They are very noticeable in the name of a solar system because that name is just built up out of a couple of words or letters combined, and if the order is different you will notice. But also on the planet there were very tiny changes. For example, the Xbox planet I landed on, I booted it up on the PC, and on the Xbox or the PC version I had a waterfall where on the Xbox it was dry. It's a very tiny difference, but that's all caused by just this little change up that happened in a few more lines in the code. It took us a very long time to fix it. It's a minor bug and the game would have played just fine, but I wanted to have all the same names, for at least all the same names, and I also want these planets to be almost exact copies on whatever platform you're playing them. So It had to be fixed, and I'm glad we just did it. We're gonna submit it to Xbox probably next week or as this video goes live. I hope to have the first version somewhere at Nintendo or somewhere at... So as this video, as you're watching, hopefully we will have an Xbox build at Xbox Publishing, who will check it first, and then there's a lot check, something like that. We'll have to figure all that stuff out. We're almost there. So that's the Residual chapter for this video. Alright, so let's now dive into some visual stuff. The new game I'm working on, the Squad tactical game. Let's back it up a few weeks ago, where I created this mission screen, which was pretty much looking like a SimCity type city builder game. And that was the joke I said back then. Let's turn this into a city builder. I think I'm turning it into a city builder, sort of. Let me just show you. Alright, so there is still a bunch of things I'm still figuring it out and not sure what we're gonna do with it. But right now, the current build, we have this little 9x9 square of a city. This is your building, your headquarters, and around you, you see there are two buildings that have a green skeleton type thingies coming out. Those are the missions. Everything else isn't there yet. The idea is that we will jump into a mission. Let's jump into a mission for now. And we'll get to this in a minute. Let's exit the mission, and you'll notice that the missions have changed a bit, but also the houses will slowly upgrade and evolve. Right now, if you select one, here's the richness level that this tile has, this area, and this one has another. If you perform missions and you complete them correctly, somehow the richness of this area will increase. So life will improve over there. So bigger buildings can be added, bigger apartments, hospitals, things like that will be added to the world. And let me just do a couple of missions so that you can actually see how this is growing. As you can see, we have improved or upgraded this area. So a new area opens up, and the idea is that there might be a new gang opening up here, setting up shop. So this part of the city will suddenly appear. And I haven't figured out all the details yet, but this is what I've been toying with. So it's some sort of city builder. And right now these are just very shady buildings. But if I just open up GIMP for a bit, we have a bunch of buildings here. And they will range into from very cheap to much bigger, expensive, more luxurious, and all that stuff. And a bank and a hospital, and these things will get added to the city. I just need to figure out how. When do these buildings upgrade, or can you actually place them yourself, or how do existing houses improve? All that stuff needs to be figured out. But it is some sort of city builder with an action game mixed up in there. And I just like mixing up genres like that. Alright, so you also just noticed this scrapyard. You might remember Dylan, the intern. I talked about it many weeks ago. He still had a bunch of graphics for me that made up the scrapyard. I just haven't added them to the game until last week, where I did add them, and we now have this whole scrapyard area, and it's looking pretty cool. There were some issues with the floors tiles. He had a lot of details, and I think it looks a lot better without all those details, or then at least you can see the type of floor and make a difference between characters and floor types. So that's just a tiny change that we'll add to the game. It kind of looks awesome, and it opened up some ideas on how I want these missions to look. So that whole apartment mission structure I had with many apartments in a hallway, that's probably just going to be a little piece of hallway in one apartment, so that these missions can be played pretty quickly, and we just need to add a lot of variation to them and a lot more. So it's going to be a weird little game mixing sim city type city building stuff with real-time action gaming, and I have no idea where this is going to end. But we'll see, I guess. Let me just show you a little bit more of the scrapyard. Alright, so quickly dive into a mission and hope it's the scrapyard, because these things are random, so I have no control. This whole area, these buildings, they will change based on the type of mission and area you are in. Right now, behind this tree, we can see some sort of, over here, dirt bags and all that stuff. So this could be like an entrance to the scrapyard, and then we don't need these houses there. So this will all change depending on where in the city you are and how fancy the buildings should be looking. And if you're like entering a park, there should be no buildings at all, just a bunch of trees and a gate that will allow you to enter the park. So street view will change. One idea I also have, and of course we still have the sewer that I haven't shown for a while, but another idea is, what if we have a high building and you need to enter from above? This would be the top of the building and you'll fly in with a helicopter. How cool would that be? I think it would be pretty cool. So I'm probably gonna add that at some point as well. For now, let's start with a scrapyard. So as you can see, a bunch of graphics were made here, and it's very bright and nice colored, and I really like it. This is the original mock-up I had for this game, was a lot of bright colors, even though there's a lot of action and blood. I want this to look like lightweight entertainment and not too serious. We have enough of those type of games, so let's keep it light and see if we can break into the building while not getting killed by all these enemies. Now there's not a lot to do in this building just yet. There's no mission here, but I'm guessing like there will always be a computer, so we'll probably make that computer a mission, or maybe one of the cabinets that you have to go through and fetch some documents. Or maybe you just have to take out somebody who's here, or maybe rescue somebody that's captured. So there's a lot of different mission types we can do on a scrapyard. Now let's just get rid of some guys, or oh, we lost one. And we got him back. Let's just leave the scrapyard. We did what we came for. And a lot of junk, a lot of cool graphics. Again, thank you DMAC. Pretty cool stuff. And I still have to figure out how these cars are placed, because it's a bit of a mess. There are cars on top of each other. It still looks like a scrapyard, so it could work like that, but I think we can do a lot better. Exit scrapyard and try another mission. Of course, we still have the storage room. I really like how the storage room turned out. We still have to... It does require some different change-ups in the missions and some bug fixing here and there, like a guy standing inside a wall. But that's all stuff we'll fix eventually. I haven't figured out all the gameplay yet, because that's been the biggest struggle so far. So we can get killed now, and that makes it a lot harder. Then we can revive each other, as long as we have active soldiers. So that's pretty much how these missions work, and more missions will pop up, and then bigger buildings and bigger gangs. And there's just one huge problem right now, and that is coming up with interesting mission ideas. I honestly have not figured out this problem yet. We have this team, you can split up in groups, but I haven't figured out why would a player split up the team. Of course, if you have an area with 2 doors, it's obvious, place them at different doors and breach from 2 sides. But that's as far as I have gotten. I don't know. There should be, I should sit down for a minute or a couple of hours and figure out, why would you split up your team? What is one part of the team gonna be doing while the other team does something else? And those type of things will need to be figured out, because that's what these missions will be based on. So there is still some thinking to do here, but it's starting to look pretty cool. And just looking at this city map, I really love it. So that's it. One more thing I promised at the start, the PDB bot on the Discord. Hop on the Discord now and let me show you some stuff that we've been doing on the Discord, and a lot of people have been participating. So I had this whole away team stuff I talked about a few weeks ago, but that's now been changed. The trivia questions are still there, and you can simply answer by checking on one of these emojis. But now you'll get experience points. I know a lot of servers have this, a lot of Discord servers, but not like PDB, because I've created all this myself, so I can tie all the experience points to stuff that I like. So this is trivia, and right now it's all residual based, but I'll be adding more games, more Orangepixel games, and more interesting facts on Orangepixel. So it's very easy. PDB will drop them randomly on this trivia and XP channel, and you can participate, and a lot of people are doing that just by clicking these emojis. You'll get experience points, and when you rank up like Rohit did yesterday, you'll get a little message, and things like that. We'll be ranking and leveling up. And then we have this, and this is the new one. There will be random experience drops, which is just the first 4 players or X amount of players. It will change, gain an X amount of experience. And there was a little bug, and Ryback figured it out, so he leveled up cheating, but that's fine because that allowed me to fix the bug, and that's a lot of fun we have. So there's more here, and there are now a couple of other things I've been adding to the bot as well. I'm doing it here in the bot testing channel. Nobody else can see this but me. We can now request for the ranking, but we can also request a experience drop. Let me see where I have it. A gift request and some cool images from the new game. So everybody, once I activate this command, everybody can request experience for a certain person, except yourself, obviously. And then people can upvote to give it to that person, or downvote, and that person will be denied the experience points. Just a lot of fun, and I'm planning on adding a few more game-like thingies to the bot. For example, maybe we can start voting on this person should actually be losing some experience points. And if we get enough votes, that person will actually lose experience points or drop in rank or whatever. It's all a little bit of fun and interaction. And experience is given by using emojis in the channel. If you have a fun comment, drop it in the Discord. If people think it's very fun, they will give you an emoji that gives you experience points a lot, and it will give them a little bit of experience points. And if you get like 5 emojis, or 5 of the same emojis, so 5 people liked your comment, you get a lot more experience points. And so fun people and active people will gain experience. But if you are very shy and rather lurk and idle, just keep an eye on the Trivia and XP channel, and you can still participate and level up yourself. And I also learned some stuff about my games and me and everybody in the Discord, because there will be stuff about Discord members as well eventually. So all of this is done just to spice up the Discord server a little bit, make it more entertaining and more fun, and not just solely depending on me being there, but just a lot of chatter in general. And it's been more busy in recent days or weeks. It could also be because of vacation and holidays, I don't know, but it's a lot of fun. And everybody, thank you for being there and hanging out there and just having fun with it. So I think that's it for this video. That's a lot of stuff I covered, and this is probably going to be a pretty long video. I can't comment on last week's video because it's not live yet. So I can show you one thing. By now you probably already noticed it and saw it somewhere. And that is this new backdrop for Residual. All right, so this is the new backdrop created by a new artist. The one we had was fan art that was made very many months ago, very early in the game's development. The game got more and more content. We wanted something new, some background that shows a lot more of what's in the game. And this is pretty cool. I'll do a whole newsletter on this and the fan art, because Sean, who created the original one, he should get some more credits as well. So I'll do a little interesting newsletter on that. Make sure to subscribe to the newsletter. A bunch of cool stuff happening there as well. I've been very busy. So new art, you can find this on the Discord in the Residual chat channel. It should still be there. Just scroll up a little bit. And cool wallpaper for your PC. And that's it for this week's video. Hope you liked it. Thumbs up, subscribe, comment below, all that stuff. Please do it. It helps the channel grow bigger and bigger, and it allows me to do more of these videos and waste some time on it, because this was a time waster, almost an hour spent on the video, but I had a lot of energy, so that's good. I've got rid of that energy. Now I can get back to work without energy. No, that's probably not how I should have done it. Never mind, I still have some energy left. I'm gonna go I work on the game. There's a lot of stuff that I need to figure out. Still a bunch of cool things I can work on and draw and Of course, I also have a bunch of artwork I want to add to the game, but I know Dylan DMAC is coming back in just a few days from now as this video goes live. He should be back. So Dylan, if you're watching this, I got a bunch of work for you, buddy. All right, see you next week. Bye. So all this is, the whole camera's a little bit crooked.